So here's the media library. You'll notice, starting with chapter 1, there's the video. The video, Les Stagiaires, is from the reprise. So this goes with the reprise activities. It defaults to opening in the video library, but there is also an audio library. You'll notice these numbers correspond with the numbers that you see in activities from the textbook, but you can also listen to the activities from the workbook. Now you can play them right here. You can right click and save as, so that you can download them and listen to them later. You can also click here and save as, or even just click on that link. Yeah. Click on the link and it will automatically download you a zip folder of all of these MP3 files, so that you can download them and listen to them in the car, or while you're jogging, while you're washing dishes. You can put them on an MP3 player, you can play them from the computer, you can burn them to a CD, you can do all kinds of things with them so that you can listen more, because you don't want to just listen the one time. You want to listen several times, especially for the conversations. With the conversations, what you want to do is start by listening and reading. Listen and read 2 or 3 times, and then put the book away and just listen. Because what you see and what you hear don't match very well in French. So you want to train your ear so that it hears the words that are written. The last thing over here is the practice. So there's extra things that you can do. There's the flashcards again. Grammar tutorials, so that sometimes there's videos to go along with different aspects of whichever chapter that you're looking at. You could, and just change the chapter over here on the side. Now, let's go do an activity so I can show you the results page. Now, everything is timed and recorded, timed and graded. So if it takes you 5 seconds because you hit submit, and then it took you 5 seconds to copy and paste your answers, well, I'm going to know that. So don't do that. So it says, look at the map on page 30 to 31. I'm just going to randomly pick answers because I don't have the map. I have not been to Alsace. I would like to go to Alsace. Let's see. I got 2 out of 5 correct. So my response was B. The correct answer was D. You can try it again immediately. Right? Or you can go to the ebook and review before you start. You'll notice over here on the side, it's going to show me all of the activities, both from the textbook. You see the T, and the S is the ESAM, the Student Activities Manual. Right? That doesn't mean all of these activities are due. These are all the possible activities everywhere. So just because they're here doesn't mean that you have to do them. These are just the list of all of the activities. If you want to see the list of what's actually due, you need to come back to the assignment calendar and either view by chapter or view by date. Now, once you've completed an activity, you click on the results, and this was from the textbook. You'll notice the textbook and the ESAM are separated. So if you want to switch between the two, you have to select which one you want to be in and click go. You'll see, I haven't done anything over here, so there's nothing to see. Now, if you want to select an activity, you'll see, there's an activity here that has been graded. Right? You'll see time spent, so that there's nothing here. And if you pick the wrong section, and go up. Okay, let's change sections. So here's the activity that I just did. So it took me 30 seconds. I got 2 points, so I got 40% on this activity. If I want to see what I submitted, I can click on this little clipboard, and I can see this is what I answered in the red, and then the correct answer is here, D. I can view the exercise, or I can click here, and I can look at the activity. I can actually do the activity. You're allowed to do activities again if you need to. Some of your activities will have recordings. Don't just hit record and stop. If you're not going to do the recording, just don't do the recording. I will be listening. Later in the semester, I'm just going to spot check. If I catch you just recording stuff, especially if I hear the TV in the background, I'll know you're just going record. Hit stop, I hit submit. Yeah, that's not going to fly. That's cheating. If I catch this more than once, you're going to get 0 for the entire chapter's worth of homework, both for the textbook side and for the workbook side. So don't do that. I don't like being an evil, mean teacher, so please don't make me do that. If you had this list open for a couple of days, you may want to refresh. If you need to change weeks, you can go look ahead later. Assignments for January 19th. You'll notice Monday's a holiday, there's no homework. So there's only homework listed for Thursday. You'll notice there's only homework listed for Thursday again. So you'll notice it doesn't explain why there's no homework for Monday. So you need to go look at Blackboard first and see what's due on Blackboard, because not everything is due here. You want to look at Blackboard first and then read through the ebook and then start your activities every day. Because if you just start doing stuff, you're not going to necessarily know. If you don't remember what lisez means, lisez le professeur. Read the professor. Yeah, you're going to get that one wrong. So make sure to read everything first before you start doing activities every day. And say you're breaking your activities up and you're only going to do 3 or 4 today, you're going to do 3 or 4 tomorrow. This is actually a better way to do your homework. You'll remember more because you get more practice. There have been studies done that if you take someone who studies for 3 hours on Saturday and compare it to someone who studies 1 hour on Monday, 1 hour on Wednesday, and 1 hour on Friday, the student who studied on 3 different days remembers more. And if you think about it, if you do a 3-hour study block, that last half an hour, maybe even 45 minutes, you're dead. You're not going to get as much out of that last half an hour as the person who's only studying for an hour. Now, maybe it's not possible to do this, but whenever possible, try to break up your homework into smaller increments. You'll get more out of it, you'll remember longer. Because remember, with language, everything builds. Excuse me. So, what we're studying right now, you need to remember in 2 weeks. And you still need to remember it in 4 weeks. And you still need to remember it in 6 weeks. And you still need to remember it at the end of the semester. Because everything builds. Everything builds. What else? If you have any questions about, why you got something wrong, let me know. I'm happy to go over it and see. Things like the recording activities, they'll have a red dot and they'll be waiting for me to grade them. So I won't put your grade from iLrn into Blackboard until everything has green dots. And if somehow I make a mistake, just let me know. That happens. You'll see there's extra things down here. Some of them will do, like the chapitre de révision. We'll be doing some of that. Some of the video buzz, video voyage, prononcez bien, extra credit stuff at the end of the semester. So this is mostly the iLrn site. Next video we'll have Blackboard.